In the quiet neighborhood of Elm Street, life usually flowed smoothly, but recently, an unexpected disturbance had disrupted the peace. It began with Mr. Connors, best described as the enigmatic, yet slightly aloof mechanic, who had moved in a few months ago. Initially, his presence was unnoticed, a mere addition to the neighborhood tapestry. But soon, his penchant for repairing cars in his driveway evolved into a source of tension among the residents. Mr. Connors was known for being a taciturn fellow who tinkered with engines and metal parts well into the night. His neighbors, like Mrs. Peterson, a retired teacher, and Mr. Alvarez, a friendly postman, initially tolerated the noise, figuring it was only temporary. However, when the driveway mechanics became a regular affair, eyes narrowed, and pleasantries were reduced to curt nods. The situation escalated when even more cars began to appear. Not just ordinary cars, but those with clattering engines and expired registrations, oftentimes left idling for hours. Mrs. Peterson became increasingly exasperated. Her garden now echoed with the whining of drills and clanking of metal. Despite numerous attempts by the neighborhood committee to address the issue diplomatically, Mr. Connors remained undeterred, either ignoring the complaints or claiming that his work was a matter of necessity and passion. "There are reasons people bring me their cars," he would say rather cryptically, deflecting any confrontation with an air of mystery. One evening, Mrs. Peterson decided to personally confront Mr. Connors. To her surprise, she wasn't alone. Mr. Alvarez and others had gathered, a chorus of simmering frustration. Together, they approached the mechanic. Mr. Connors, caught amid a tangle of wires and grease, finally faced his neighbors. As they expressed their grievances, a moment of realization crossed his face. He hadn't considered the extent of his impact on their daily lives. With a measured nod, he promised to limit his late-night work and to move his operations to a more suitable location. Life on Elm Street gradually returned to its tranquil state, and Mr. Connors, once thought an inconsiderate recluse, integrated into the community. Occasionally, he even treated his neighbors to a free tune-up, repaying their patience and understanding. Elm Street had learned that sometimes, even the most ungrateful-seeming neighbor could be an unexpected ally, if given the chance to understand. And so, the story of Mr. Connors and his driveway mechanics faded into the annals of neighborhood lore, a testament to patience, communication, and the unexpected bonds that form in the most unusual circumstances.